to dreams, they will come true. I can tell my troubles to get away.
And I knew Johnny as an art student. I believe I had him only his 8th grade year.
But I know Johnny when he was in my 6th grade class.
And I was Johnny's guidance counselor.
I think he showed up in Drama 1 9th grade, and he stayed with this program all the way through graduation.
And I met Johnny in January of 2005 in the 9th grade English class.
And I taught Johnny when he was in the 6th grade.
And I taught Johnnie Busch at Fayette County High School when he was in 9th grade. And I believe I had him again. No, I didn't have him, but it was like I had him because he always came back by. When Mr. Bobbitt had the first playwriting competition, I was one of the judges for that competition. And I don't remember who won that and performed the play here at school, but I don't think it was Johnny. But then Johnny went on to perform that play on his own without the help of the school system. I thought that was incredibly amazing.
But he did tell me that he would be a comedian. And the funniest thing is it was so hard not to laugh at Johnny during class.
Johnny was, well, we got to start all over. I've got to think about this, okay?
Johnny was always happy-go-lucky. And in fact, he told me when he was in 6th grade that he was going to be a comedian.
He always knew what he wanted to do. He always had his goal out there. He was writing and doing plays before he actually graduated from high school.
Do you want the truth?
Yeah, I mean, I just like...
I never get out of the room.
No. I've told Jean all about Johnny, but I just like, oh gosh. And Johnny was full of life. That is about the best way I can describe Johnny. Never held a grudge, and just had a zest for life.
He was a charming student. He kept me laughing, and he kept me laughing about things I shouldn't have been laughing about.
One thing I do remember, Johnny found me very funny. No other student had found me as a funny person, but Johnny did. So on a daily basis, I would have to ask Johnny to leave the classroom. And I would say, Johnny, would you please leave? And he'd say yes, because he was constantly laughing. He was constantly laughing. And so I would ask him to leave the classroom and ask him to compose himself. I would go out in the hallway and say, now Johnny, you have to compose yourself. And once you feel you can compose yourself, you can come back into the classroom, and then we'll, start all over. So Johnny would go out in the hall, and then he thought he had composed himself, and he would come back into the classroom, and it would start all over again.
And one day his beads were in a little dish, and they were drying. And he took them and he held them out in front of several girls that were working, and he said to the girls, hey girls, how do you like my balls?
So I do remember telling him that I thought he was probably going to be the next Tyler Perry, and that he really should remember me when he was rich and famous.
I saw Saved but Still Sinning, and it was a very good play, very touching. I did cry a little bit, but I laughed as well, so I enjoyed the play.
Well, I think that every one of his plays has a message. They all have a message, a theme about life.
Well, I think the way they seem to be Christian-based. Of course, I haven't gone to all of them, but I think that's always powerful when you can use a serious topic, but interweave comedy with it to make it a little bit lighter, because we don't always want to face the reality of things, and I think that's how he's touching his community. What I tell Johnny is to keep living his dream, keep doing what he's doing, always, put God first.
Have faith in God. Stay true to yourself. Always be honest.
Never quit studying, never quit reading, never quit researching.
My word of advice for Johnny is never to give up, which I know he won't do.
Keep slugging it out. There's something to be said for perseverance.
If you find what you love to do, then it's really not work.
2 thumbs up.